Hey everybody, Scott here, and I wanted to take some time today to talk about those query letters you're sending out. I spent the morning reading through a stack of queries. They were some that came directly through my email, some that went directly to Query Manager, and I rejected a lot of those. And some of them were because I just didn't connect with the idea. I'm like, whatever. And you really want to make sure that your agent that you're signing, that you want to work with, totally loves your story, because if they don't, they're not going to want to talk about it. So there's that fragment. There was also another fragment of people who, and this was a huge amount specifically on Query Manager, of people who were submitting projects that I don't even represent. They aren't even my genre. Because people are just hitting a button and they're going to go submit, 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 and you're not going to get anywhere. Okay? You're not going to get anywhere on those particular projects. Okay? So we got that group. The group I really want to focus on, though, are the people who have a project that potentially would fit into my wheelhouse that I might be interested in, but you're not doing your job to sell the book, okay? You're not doing that. I literally had 3 submissions. I want to say 3. It could have been up to 5. I don't know, but I want to say 3 who had this book that they wanted to pitch, and then they spent the entire time in their query talking about themselves, talking about their background, their experience writing. One person who was pitching a fiction novel spent the entire time talking about her nonfiction book instead of the fiction book. And I'm like, what's your story about? I have no clue, right? And I'm not going to turn around and say, hey, listen, I think your background's awesome, but why don't you send me something about your book and maybe we can do something, right? I'm not going to do that, okay? No other agent's going to do that. We're going to go, nope, never mind. Many agents, many editors today don't even answer. If they openly say, if you don't hear from us, that's a no answer. Now, that's not coming from me, okay? I am not somebody who believes in that. And you've heard me say that here. You've heard me say this on my blog, on my Facebook feeds, on my TikTok feeds. I'm not going to do that. Okay? But the reality is you have to sell the book. You have to show me what's so cool about this book and why I can't live without it. Okay? Which includes things such as my book is fitting this market because it does this, this, and this, and you're going to explain why, and then you're going to explain why it fits with my philosophy of what I'm looking for, and you're going to spend the time hyping up that book, right? That's the key thing. You want to tell us about the book. You don't want to spend the time just babbling on about who knows what, right? You've also got to pitch this book truthfully as what it is. Again, I had a stack of people, and these were the people who had fell into the, I'm passing on this because it isn't romance and women's fiction. There were these people who were hyping up the book as if it was like a romantic suspense, but really what it was a suspense. There was no romance involved with it. Sure, there was a female character in it, and I'm betting that the character, that the author probably has them, I don't know, getting together maybe at some point or hooking up along the way. I don't know. But that's not a romantic suspense, right? So you've got to pitch your story exactly the way it is. Let me give you another example. This last week, I had a submission that came in that totally was awesome. I thought that the query letter itself, let me put it this way, the query letter hyped it up as this great contemporary romance with a real rom-com-y type of feel to it, and I'm like, that sounds cool, because guess what? It's still out there. It's probably going to be going away pretty soon, I'm betting, and that's of the 22nd of September, 2024. But she hyped it up that way. And I'm like, okay, I'm all excited. And then I picked up the book and I started reading it, and it wasn't. There was nothing quirky about this book. I'm not sure really who told this author the book was quirky. The book had some rom-com feel to it, because it just simply wasn't there, right? And I guess that's what it comes down to, is if you just hear that I'm looking for rom-com, then don't take your storyline and tweak it some way and go, there's some funny scenes. That doesn't make it a rom-com. Or, gosh, he's looking for romantic suspense. There's some suspenseful moments in the story. That doesn't make it a romantic suspense. Okay? That's like saying Harry Potter is a romantic suspense because there's this potential maybe relationship building that happens, especially in the middle books, between Harry and some other people. And it's like, ooh, there's a potential romance there. And there's suspenseful moments. Guess what? It's not a romantic suspense, if that makes any sense to you. So when you write your query letter, I want you to really think about this. And I say this at conferences when I'm talking about query letter writing and submission packages and things like that. And I'll say it again. I want you to read that. Read your query letter as if you have no clue who you are. Okay? You have no clue who this person is. You are theoretically an editor or an agent who acquires the genre that this person claims that they're submitting, and you tell me if that query letter does it. I always say, will you hire you? And a lot of times people go back and go, wow, I just read that letter and I wouldn't even touch this person with a 10-foot pole. There's your answer. Okay? So think about that query letter. Think about what you're putting into it. Remember, you are selling the book. That's the key thing. Don't go hiding things from us. So if you say, I was previously published, and then I find out that you were previously published 40 years ago, that's probably not it. Or I was published by Simon & Schuster, and then I really find out it was a nonfiction textbook through Simon & Schuster, not the fiction novel that you're hyping up. Look, don't hide things, right? Sell yourself, sell the book, be honest, be truthful, read those submission guidelines, please, people. And if you do that, you will probably see some more success. With that said, I want you to enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully this helped you out. As always, I haven't said this for a while. If you're watching this and you're part of a romance writing chapter or a women's fiction chapter, or even just any type of a larger writing organization, and you would love to have me come and speak with your organization, please reach out to me. If you're just a member and you know the conference coordinator, tell them to reach out to me, or you reach out to me and say, I'm going to push this stuff through. I'm happy to help you out here. But, like I said, I'm open for submissions as of, again, September 22nd, 2024. Always read that just in case. But I'm here for you. All you have to do is ask. We'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.